Hey everyone, SkeelsyShoota here, coming at you episode 24 of the QuadFeed Podcast. I'm here with the Peanut Gallery, who wouldn't stop fucking rabbiting an hour and 10 minutes behind schedule. Christ, God.
Sorry.
Here you go, Your Majesty.
Not the Muppets.
Burning through time like I've got it in spades.
Majesty.
Here you go, Your Majesty. Jesus H. Christ.
If you don't know where that's from, you're a sad, sad person.
If you do know where it's from, you're a sadder person.
Sad person.
Equally as sad, but we welcome you as fans of popular culture and gaming and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, let's kick things off with a topic, shall we?
Hi everyone, nice to see you.
Yeah,
Oh.
We did the intro.
that was an intro.
Yeah, we gotta say hi to everyone.
What?
This ain't no Castro kind of intro. Like,
Where's the introductions?
I just had like 2 cracks at doing the intro, and each time it was hilarious.
little do they
Fucking
know that we've
catastrophic.
been talking for an hour and, well, what's the time? An hour and 16 minutes. I thought the intros particularly were out of the way. They probably were out of the way an hour and 14 minutes ago. But anyway, just for the sake of continuity. Hi Ben, how are you, mate? You all right?
Not too bad, how are you?
Yeah,
Good to be here.
tell me about your week in 25 words or less.
Pretty shit lot of uni work, there we go.
Done.
What was that? That was really quick.
Shitload of uni work.
Shitload of uni work.
Yeah. At the rate at which teachers are being, thrown out of the New South Wales schooling system for being pedophiles and heroin addicts, I think Ben will be an exemplary addition to the New South Wales, considering
better.
he's into actual normal age women, and he doesn't do drugs.
That's true. He doesn't do drugs like injecting drugs.
Yeah.
Like, he likes injecting himself
I'll still
inside children.
inject heroin into my eyeballs, but
Yeah,
I'm not into the hard shit. Don't worry. Hello, Castro. How you going, mate?
Good, how are you?
That's a wickedly nice bit of ceiling real estate you've still got there.
It is. I was thinking
Are you
doing
are you gonna like start offering some like advertising there? Like
I
a big
was
banner?
hoping I'm willing to open it up for some advertisement.
Although
I was
based on what
thinking
you
maybe if...
Dulux paint.
yeah.
based on what you were saying before, you wanted to hang up some car parts.
Yeah.
So 3M,
It's either
maybe?
that or
3M, feel free to get on board with this podcast. If Overindulgence is going to get dollarshaveclub.com, then surely we can get 3M or... They actually sponsored this week's PKA as well, so like they're covering the globe when it comes to bloody sponsorship of
Wow.
awesome
Fucking A.
podcasts. I want to
Can
get on
we-
that shit.
Can we get into that?
Yeah.
Look at me.
We need to shave.
Yeah.
As if this isn't worthy of like some sort of manscaping.
I think Gab should
Wait,
have a Twitter thing. No shave till Dollar Shave Club.
Oh.
Hashtag.
That's an idea.
Oh, I thought you were referring to 3M, because I was going to be like, wait, are you going to like hang one of those sticky hooks to your side of your face or something? And I don't know what we're going to do with that. What the hell are you smiling? Best
It's like everyone looks so sad. Apart from Lenny, he looks great.
This is the worst day of my life.
Or I thought like some sort of waxing treatment where you put on the 3M and then you just some sort of weird shaving routine, waxing.
It's for the man that has to get ready in 2.7 seconds.
Yeah.
I think you've got it set on whore.
Hold
I'll
still,
do that.
Marge.
I will actually stick it on my hombre moustache and start ripping pieces off until I'm clean shaven.
You heard it here first. 3M or Dollar Shave Club. You can do a bidding war. You can. feel free
But
to-
3M is such a good product. It doesn't tear the wall. It'd cleanly come off.
It's weird. See behind my left shoulder? There's supposed to be a plate up there on the wall. We used one of 3M's like hook
You
things.
didn't apply it properly.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm pretty sure I could put one on the wall and I could hang off it and
That
it'd be
one-
all right.
All
That
the
one
stuff behind
stayed
you?
there. That one's fine. That one, for some reason, it fell off and broke the plate.
Really?
Avengers,
Did you send them either?
Superman, and there's another one there. There's Vince Carter there, which is actually a very limited edition.
Who's Vince Carter?
He's a basketball player. He's very...
I thought he was Puffy's brother.
No.
I don't,
Is his last name Carter?
I don't know.
That's Coombs.
Which one's married to Beyonce? Got his ass kicked.
Jay-Z. Jeez. You just
Oh,
aged
man,
this
what the
podcast by about 15 years.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, Jay-Z. If you want to sponsor this podcast in order for us to make up the fact that Chris got your name wrong.
Can I burn Beyonce?
Dude, you'll get your ass handed to you by Solange. Solange.
Fuck it, I'll burn her too. All the same time.
Solange.
Actually, I saw she looks a bit like a man.
You heard it here first. Well, she's not sponsoring this show. God, just burning through. What with your bad experience with 3M and you just wanting to bone Solange, now she looks like a man.
If I had to burn Solange just to get to Beyonce, I'd take one for the team, yeah. But, paper bag. For her and me. I'm pretty sure nobody likes looking at this.
I sympathise. So,
Topic.
there is the potential, based on what I've seen and just levels of, I suppose, hype and all that sort of stuff, I think I might potentially like Watch Dogs more than GTA 5. Now, this is based on absolutely nothing apart from the very, very, probably less than 10 minutes of actual walking through campaign game footage that I've seen. But I think it has the potential, and that's the key word here, folks, potential. For me to
See, because it hasn't been released here yet.
So it hasn't been released here, and we'll get onto that as well, because
Yeah.
I'm a bit butthurt about that as well, in that I might potentially like it more than GTA 5. I hold my opinion in abeyance of a video that I'll probably put out next week on first impressions. And then...
That opinion's subject to change.
Subject to change, asterisk, everything.
Conditions apply, all rights reserved, blah, 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 blah.
Discuss.
Yeah, I specifically haven't actually watched any of the gameplay of it yet.
Nor have I.
Because Then how... What? Huh? Then how you know it's going to be better?
I said before that I've watched less than 10 minutes. IGN did a 5-hour stream of the stuff, and I'm like,
Okay.
normal me would be all over that shit if it was a game I wouldn't intend on buying. But I purposely stayed away from that 5 hours because I want to be fresh. And I think the footage that I've seen has been little snippets of like hacking a CTOS tower or something that you would do anyway. It's not integral to the story. But just based on what I saw, liking what I see.
Yeah, well, the only bit I saw was leaked footage that went for 10 minutes. But that was just of him doing like a mini game while he was walking around the street, kind of like how you can do in Grand Theft Auto 5. So again, it was him just shooting like these 8-bit aliens or some crap like that. So I was just like, okay, it looks pretty cool.
Because you can be like a mechanical spider. It's one of the mini games, and everyone's a cyborg or something.
Well, we get it on... Oh, sorry, we're going to get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's
Everyone's
Sunday here. We get it
cyborg.
on Tuesday, but it's already out in the US.
Thought it was you take control of the mechanical spider and it's like a all-on Royal Rumble. It's you versus the police, and
there's
you
that
got to
one.
last a certain time.
There's a whole bunch of them, actually. I think there's probably about 3 or 4 different other game modes that you can kind of do. One of which is a big sort of mech spider. The other one is, I think you're still yourself, but everyone's a cyborg. There's obviously the multiplayer aspect to it, and then there's a couple of other modes as well, from what I've seen anyway. It does look cool. Quite excited.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Eh?
Probably go to the midnight launch on Monday night at my local EB, just so I can get it, because I'll probably be around the area anyway.
Are they doing anything special for the launch? Like any events or activities?
I've got to say, I'm disappointed because Vivid last night, I think, did it start last night?
Wait, Vivid like the
It
porno?
started on Friday.
Friday.
So I think tonight there is a Vivid exhibition from, and Ubisoft have got an event where you pay $15 to go and basically sit with the developers and hear the story behind the game kind of thing. So it's not a launch event as such, and certainly not worthy of $15. I don't know what you get, but I mean,
But they have other launch games which we've been invited to where we get open bar, free drinks. Oh, fuck, that's the exact same thing. I meant to say open bar, free food, and like all those entertainment and all that sort of shit where practically, technically speaking, they're almost paying us to be there. Whereas this case, you actually have to pay money
pay them. Yeah.
to be with the developers. And it's not like at those launch events we aren't with developers because the promotion people are developers. Everyone is there. So
It's not like we're expected to sort of rub shoulders with, Jess McDonnell and Hacks and
I know.
and various people like that, just as me and Ben do on, sort of a day-to-day basis.
Not like we have like framed photos of her or anything like that. Just, like whatever.
Wow, you actually framed it. That is proof. Everybody, that is actual fucking proof that Ben spanks it to his picture of him and Hex.
It's on the sideboard. It's not even on the bed head or anything like that. Don't worry about it.
Actually, I did that as it.
Like when he does whack it to that picture, he's looking at himself. He's not looking at Hex. He's actually making eye contact with himself in the picture going, you sexy
He won't blink either.
Well, just before I held it up, I did take the sticky tape, off her part, so you could see her when I held it up. But yeah, usually there's sticky tape covering her up. No, actually, I did get that printed as a joke for my girlfriend because I was like, because there's actually as awful as there's no pictures of my girlfriend and I like in my room.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh, okay. I got it on my phone, went to like Officeworks. It cost me like $2.75 delivered.
Damn.
Already had the IKEA frame. I put it in there and then I put it on my desk. And then Amy walks in and she's just like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, as soon as she said that, I was like, this joke has backfired so bad. Like in my head, it was fucking hilarious. Now it's just like, I'm such a scumbag. But fuck it, it's still there. I fucking
No
love
sex for a year.
You gotta double down, Ben. Double down.
That's it. Yeah.
And send a framed copy to her on Valentine's Day.
Remember me.
it.
Mind
So,
you,
yeah, it's
that's
still there.
That's a wonderful segue though from 3M though. I mean, did you get a 3M hook to hang it above the bed head?
No, it's IKEA. I'm open to sponsorship from IKEA. But
In
no, it's just
meatballs.
fuck no, I don't like horse meat. It's
They
like a
sell horse
$3
meat?
IKEA.
It's not horse meat, is it? Surely.
No.
Oh, good.
In Europe it was.
Well, that was Tesco.
Oh, I thought it was at IKEA as well.
Oh, it might have been. I thought it
Yeah.
was like Tesco got busted for selling horse meat as part of their products.
Yeah, they definitely did, but I was pretty sure it was
But
at
that's
IKEA
because
anyway.
they labelled it as beef or something.
I can play this game as well. I mean,
Yeah.
such a fuck.
See, you should
Living
have.
in the past, boys. Living in the past.
Me and Ron will get photos.
Or,
Yeah.
No
or we
worries.
can do that one and just be me, Jess McDonnell, and Zoreen. Or we can play that game.
And me.
And
Photo bombing it.
Ben creeping in the background. That was hilarious.
Gavin's like super fucking happy. Like his greatest moment ever. And there I am, pissed as fuck. And I was like, yeah, I'm just getting in the back. And it was like, in the back. And then afterwards I was like, fuck, if he did that to me in my photo, I would have been spewing. And here's his one opportunity to get the photos with people who actually like watches all the time and all this sort of shit. And there I am fucking it up. So I do apologize for that on air. But yeah,
Gavin's a
I feel
graphic
bad.
designer. Photoshop you out.
I could airbrush that.
Yeah, fucking
shit
A.
right out.
I'll just make it bigger. I'll put my head on all of their heads
Everyone's
except for
body.
yours.
And that's Ben's true spank bank.
It's us being bosses, semi-drunk bosses.
Funny,
Semi-drunk at that
because,
stage.
me and Chris weren't even invited.
Oh,
So-
no, you were actually. You were invited several times via email. All you had to do was just saying, yes, I'm coming.
No, that
Yeah.
wasn't sent to me. I looked it up. It actually wasn't sent to me.
Interesting. It was.
Yeah.
Sent. It was sent.
Because we were on Skype, and then I looked up the
We
the
told you the
history.
week before that you had to go to the Hammond Robotics page on Facebook and RSVP there because it was
I'm
a
not
first come
going
first
on
serve.
that shit. I'm not going on that shit.
Well, that's the reason why you didn't
then-
come.
That's like
It
someone
wasn't an
saying...
email. It wasn't
someone-
an email.
Yeah,
I fucking hate Facebook. That's literally it. Like it's the Facebook thing. It was some kind of thing that you just click on a link that's directly sent to your email, that doesn't you don't have to go log into fucking Facebook for, no problem. But like, if you have to go into Facebook and like pages and add them, no, I'm not going to bother.
It wasn't even that. I think it was like info@Hammond Robotics or whatever it was. The directions were on the Facebook page. But anyway, I digress.
Anyway, we'll know for now.
Chris, you were going to say something about Watch Dogs? Did you have an opinion?
Yeah, where the fuck did we get that from? Oh man, that was a tangent.
Launch
I
events.
was
That was
You
launch
wanted to
events.
fucking show you pictures off.
No, it was launch events. We were talking about launch events and how
Launch events.
Watch Dogs had a distinct absence of them, considering it's one of the biggest
Oh, that's
game
right.
development companies
Yeah.
in the world.
Maybe it's all about hacking, and you just don't know because you don't have any hacker tricks to find the invitation.
Profound.
happened?
Profound. Yeah. Although that does...
No, that is actually a good idea. The website is you then have to hack the website, which is just part of like
It's a
the,
mini game.
the game. It's a mini game in a way, but it being quite difficult, so not everyone can do it. And then once you get to the end, you can then submit, your email address or whatever. That's a good idea.
Or a series of clues that led you to a
Yeah.
location in Sydney somewhere, like top of Westfield Tower or, top of AMP
Yeah.
building. Or
that's a
Redfern
good
train
idea.
station. I don't know.
Is this the Watch Dogs thing?
Is this
the Watch
Sure it is.
Yeah, it is, you fuckwit. Yeah.
I'm here for Watch Dogs.
Here for Watch Dogs? You here
We'll
to get
watch
your
your
fucking
dog
head kicked in.
stabs you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that comes out Tuesday. That'll be awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Did you catch my
Has
video?
anyone-
So,
The vlog or
Yeah, I know Ben did because he went there and left a comment and liked it like a true champion and fan of the show. Yeah.
the most recent one,
Yes.
the drive-through one.
Yes.
I haven't
Did you
seen
do a trick?
No, I you were in my mind.
Whoa, that just sounds so
time.
weird when you say that.
It was funny. I just
You're
finished.
always
I
on
just
my
come from
mind.
dropping. You're always on my mind. Muffins and burgers. No, I was just coming back from dropping Sophie off, and realised I was only like a few minutes in. I thought, oh, I'm not going to go home. I might as well stay driving for a while. And then, like a beacon in the distance,
Stanmore
famous-
Maccas?
was it Stanmore? I think it might have been Stanmore. It's one at the end of
We want Parramatta Road.
New
Yeah,
Canterbury
Parramatta
Road.
Road.
No, it was New Canterbury Road,
Oh,
up
okay.
there.
Sorry.
just at the junction. And
Yep.
sort of mid-sentence, I was like, oh yeah, Macca's. It was before 10:30, so, wanted to experience the McDonald's breakfast remorse that comes at
Bit of
10:31.
bit of a big order too.
Really?
Do
Two
you have
muffins and a hash brown.
10:35?
It's kind of big, isn't it?
Is it?
No.
Two muffins
See,
and a
I'm
hash
not
brown?
I'm not a Macca's
Oh, neither am I.
breakfast person. But
They're-
yeah.
They're tiny. Like I can
Oh, are
squeeze
they?
two McMuffins. Like you know the cheeseburger size?
Yeah.
I think they're a little smaller than that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Once you have one, you're like, that was nothing. You smash
Yeah,
the second,
yeah.
and then it's like, I had a full burger.
And I
Yeah,
have it
oh, for
so
sure. I'll allow it.
infrequently that I thought,
Yeah.
fuck it, get to...
They're like
Didn't wanna go for
50
the
or something
hotcakes.
anyway.
Yeah. I thought it would make for funny content because invariably you'll order and you'll say sausage McMuffin and they, a lot of the time, and this has happened quite a few times, they'll just hit sausage and egg. Punch it through. You're pretty much on halfway in your way home. You look in the bag and you're like, oh, fuck, that looks a lot thicker than what it should be. And it's a sausage and egg and you weigh up, anaphylactic shock versus, I'm allergic to this.
That the egg in that is like pure plastic.
It is, yeah.
It's like a little bit melted pure plastic.
Bit of gelatin, with some sort of egg powder formula bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucked.
So, but to my pleasure,
They were the normal ones.
16-year-old that was behind the counter, who was, will be quite a nice 18-year-old. Prefacing that,
Yeah.
she'll be a nice 18-year-old in 2 years' time. She's cute. She might have been 18. Who knows? I don't know why you're laughing. You would have said exactly the same thing if you were a co-pilot.
I know, but
You'd have looked over and gone, I'd do that now.
16, it's about time.
I'm sorry, it was just a shock when you said that. I was just like, wow, I don't even have to crack a joke here, but
So I think
Continue, sorry.
make things easier
Yeah.
for you. It's a Sunday night. You probably got food coma. But yeah, I looked in the bag. 2 pristine sausage McMuffins and a hash brown. Very happy.
I
You
was
want to
so
get a
hungry.
hash brown for each muffin, and then put the hash brown in it.
Oh, that's a good
Haven't
idea.
quite got to. Although I did have a tower burger yesterday. It makes it
Tower
sound like
burger.
I'm such a fatty.
Power. Is that KFC?
KFC.
Yeah. So
What's
that
up?
would have been at Central.
No, the tail burgers back at all of them.
Yeah.
It's been back for
Okay.
years.
All right.
And they're back for good now, yeah?
Yeah.
Because whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it because I just want you back for good. Want you back. Want you back. I want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. Because I want you back for good.
You're wrong.
Want you back.
You're wrong.
Want you back for good.
Fuck you. That song
That
is now stuck
was
in my head. You
amazing.
cunt.
One of the greatest songs ever. Good old take that. I can't
what
believe.
was the story that Sophie told me the other day? There was a guy who worked in a factory, and his position was basically to apply adhesive to something, and he had a song in his head, but he replaced the word "you" with glue, right? So it might have been like, fuck. Now the song completely escapes me, but basically he was there on the job, just like taking this thing, just going, especially for glue, and just like moving on, and then and he would sing this or permutations of different songs, replacing the words "you" with glue, to the point where his co-workers just said, "You know what, I've had enough," and put a complaint in about the guy. And I think the guy ended up getting fired, but it was just one of those funny stories.
Oh,
Really?
what? Fired for being jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having a song in his heart.
The most productive person on that line gets fired for being productive.
And
Yeah, and also like,
glue-based puns.
incredibly clever.
Yeah. It was like
Wow.
a modern
Whoever-
song, though, a song that's on the radio or something. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
And he
I'm addicted
he
to
went on to
glue.
become
That's
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, if it was a Bieber song and kept on saying, you know, I don't
Even
know
if it was
any
just a Bieber song
that have
without
you
any
in it.
change to the lyrics, I'd still want to fire the guy.
Baby glue. Baby glue.
No wonder he got fired.
Pre-show,
Yeah.
baby. That's going to make pre-show.
Good. Fucking A.
Wait, how does that make the pre-show if the show's already begun?
No, as in like
Gab's editing.
what they do on like shows and stuff is like previously on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give them a
right.
sense of what's coming up.
Like tonight on Top Gear,
Yeah, that's it.
Hammond looks at a car.
I wear a hat.
Yeah.
And
The
Richard
Stig
gets
uses a
brain
radio.
damage.
This thing was good for that. I hate that show.
You hate that show? I think it's
Yeah.
physically impossible to hate Top Gear.
Yeah, how can you hate Top Gear?
It's a car show.
It's the perfect alpha male show. Yeah, but you can
My mum doesn't like cars. She likes Top Gear.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I enjoyed were like whenever they're in the studio and they're actually talking about cars, I lose all interest. But when they do those tests,
Yeah.
like when they fucked around with the Hilux, was it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
That was pretty
Silver
fucking cool.
exhaust. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That just when they fuck around with the vehicles, like that's cool. But and I can tolerate that. But when it's like, no, let's actually talk about the car and its handling and what comes with it.
Yeah, but even
Not
then
a cup
that's
holder.
peppered with like
That's
humor
like
as well.
really,
like in the
really
cool
bad
manner.
jokes.
Yeah, it's like almost not informative. It's more entertainment than
Yeah.
information. Because it's
This
all
car
scripted.
goes like a
The
stab.
three
rap.
hosts I cannot stand either, especially the fucking guy who never shuts up. The main guy. The dickhead guy who made Clarkson. The one who made the what was that racist comment he said?
A lot of people don't like him,
He
What
said,
was that
a
racist
lot,
comment that he said? It was
especially
on
in the UK. Which one?
I don't know how many he's done.
He's done a lot.
He's done a few. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a beat up anyway. I mean, you look at you listen to the footage or listen to the audio, and he quite clearly knew what he was not gonna do, and he didn't even say it under his breath, but it was alleged.
no,
He
because he
said
was moving
the,
his lips, wasn't it?
He dropped an
Did he
N-bomb.
drop the N?
Because he mouthed it.
Well, what word? The N-bomb?
N-bomb.
Yeah. From the
Wow.
nursery
Right.
rhyme.
Eeny, meeny, money, mo, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, apparently he's been told by the BBC that he's on his last warning.
Yeah, last one.
So
Yeah.
how much of that you
Let-
read
let's-
into?
Yeah, let's kill the goose that lays the golden egg, shall we?
Oh my god.
That's a good idea for the BBC.
Can you imagine that though? If Top Gear was off air, like you'd either take it to a different network, like completely to a different network.
And get a lot more money.
You could take it to
As
Channel
in-
4, Fifth Gear would go bye-bye, and you just bring Top Gear on Channel 4. You get a lot more freedom, probably a lot more money, and
Yeah, put them on Channel 4 so that way Tiff Needell can then go to Top Gear, so it can be 4 hosts, one of them who's a fucking awesome driver, because Tiff is fantastic. I love him.
What's Tiff?
Yeah,
he's another guy from a rival car show. He used to actually be part of the original Top Gear, I think.
he was. I think a lot of the times he's actually been the Stig because he's the same height. Well, that's not just, not the same, or because it's the same height, but because obviously when you have race car drivers, they're racing a lot of the time. So the whole idea behind the Stig is you don't know his identity. So it doesn't have to be the same person every single time because racing car drivers are out on tour or whatever. So they say that a lot of the times it was actually not so much Ben, the racing car,
Holmes?
Ben Collins
cool.
or whatever. A lot of the times it was actually Tiff. He was the Stig.
Wait, is it also because he just so happens to have like a white jumpsuit and the white helmet like in his closet?
Yeah,
That too.
I think that might be supplied
Insane.
though, I think. Yeah. It's not like every race car driver who just flicks through all their wardrobes color-coded. I'll go with white today, I think. There was a rumor saying going around that it was actually Lewis Hamilton for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, they said that as well. Yeah, same height as well. Yeah,
Wow.
but that's the thing. It all depends on what their schedule is. So, a proper racing car driver or a really good driver is going to be a racing car driver. They're always on tour. So
FIA
Tiff
World.
is not on tour.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway,
That was a
Top
segue.
Gear chat.
Where did we go?
Good lord.
That was another tangent out of the ages.
Should we bring it back to something?
Should we do another topic?
Yeah.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Oh,
Okay.
Have you guys played it?
Who wants to take this away? Because I know Ben's got it. I don't know how much he's played.
none. It's still downloading.
43 gig, bro.
43 gig.
Holy shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, and it's just not a very good connection at the moment. So, in all honesty, even if I did have it, I probably would have only played like an hour of it, and that's being generous because I've been swamped with uni work. So, definitely next week I'll have a chat about it. But
Can I offer an outsider's perspective?
you please, I'm prepared to eat my words because I said last week I thought it was going to be utter shit, and everyone's actually saying it's quite good. So I'm like, ooh.
I've seen a
no,
smattering of 9s out of 10s and 8s out of 10s, and Wings is doing a playthrough, so I've been watching a bit of that. Honestly, doesn't look like anything groundbreaking, to be perfectly honest. It looks
That's
like
what I said.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
is
like,
it
this is
sticking
me,
with the Wolfenstein thing? Like, are there secret rooms full of jewels? Do you even
Secret-
collect jewels?
I'm pretty sure
Or
there is. I think there's
the
even a
goal.
room. There's even a room where it turns to 8-bit.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty funny, actually.
a little bit of an Easter egg. Yeah, I mean, they, I suppose they adapted that for gold bullion, and you can get like chalices and like enigma codes and stuff to help you along in different little sort of side things. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what I was expecting, but for that sort of FPS in this day and age, like, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. So
Nothing terribly
I'm looking forward to
groundbreaking.
try it. But yeah, like I said, it just looked like not on rails, but looked pretty linear, and enemies jumping out from behind like a box or a pillar to shoot at you, sort of thing. And it's like, really? Are we still doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently the gore is pretty cool. Like in that, if you shoot someone in the head, there's a character model which shows half of their head missing or something. Shoot him in the chest, shoot him in the rib cage, hit him with grenades and pipe bombs and all whatever.
Beautiful.
But
Love it.
as
I
far
hear
as
the-
anything
I hear the
else,
character-
That reminded me of a game. Oh, what was it? There was a game where you could shoot people in the hand and it would disappear and stuff.
I already know what you're going to say. Metal.
Wait,
And
there
you
was...
had phosphorus grenades too,
Yeah.
and it'd burn them.
Wait, is this the one that got into a lot of shit?
Probably yes.
It was Soldier of Fortune.
Soldier of Fortune.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
it.
playing that and just going like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like you
That
can
was
see
brilliant.
half the head like blown off, and
Yep.
Yeah.
And their stomach and like the gizzards would come out as well.
I didn't
Oh.
really like. Yeah, like
Those were the days.
playing through that. It didn't traumatize me or anything. I was just kind of like, "Oh, that's cool." You got over it like a minute later, though.
Yeah.
Once
I didn't
you
want to
saw all of them, you're just like, "Oh, okay, well, that's still pretty cool." But I'm
I didn't
gonna
wanna-
finish the game.
kill anyone after. But yeah, no, I am looking forward to trying Wolfenstein. I hear the characters are like pretty fucking loopy, as in like they are insane. So it's like some weird ass shit in there. So looking forward
They
to
are
checking
nuts,
that out. Yeah.
They are Nazis. Yes.
Mm.
He raises a good point. Yeah.
So is this game for sale in Germany?
I think there's got to be a censored version, hey, because I know that South Park got censored because when they had Nazi zombies in that game,
Yeah.
where they fully refer to it and like say it's like drawn out and everybody's done it. It's a really boring idea again, but they bring them in, and they had to censor all of the Nazi zombies, and it's just like, you know how they've got the red armband with a Swazi on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put like black circles over the top of them. So like they didn't even do a good job. They didn't change it. It's just like a black circle there. It's just
They
like,
still
wow.
wanted you to make the association to
Mm.
for,
Yeah,
for
you can pretty much
continuity.
put it together.
I never really thought about that. I mean, think about how many games there are out there that, an awful real world group of people that existed, and how, if they come from one particular country, how that country now reacts looking back at,
Yeah.
if it's based on something.
Oh yeah, China goes nuts on it. They ban games.
China does. Japan, well, a lot of
Ban.
their stuff which they've done in history is not in any of their school books. So a lot about World War II they don't actually learn. So it just kind of just gets erased from their history, which is insane.
That's
When
right.
I was in,
Is it replaced with Godzilla?
probably,
That'd be so cool.
when I was in Germany, I was actually in the, plaza, which they actually did all the book burning. And there's a little plaque on the ground, all that sort of stuff. It's very like surreal sort of thing. But you kind of like told, sorry?
What does the plaque say?
It's got like a picture of a swastika and like a
It says
burning
dual
book.
credit.
I thought it was going to say something like, nothing happened here between the years of
1947.
Nothing.
yeah, and
Here lies the
we
first
invited
edition of
the
Harry
Polish
Potter.
over.
Yeah.
We
But
invited the Polish over here. Like we had tea. It was wonderful.
But you kind of like told, like, don't even say like, that's like their version of like the N-word. Like, don't mention Nazis at all because you will get arrested like straight away.
God.
So that was like that felt weird to go to somewhere and not be able to like talk about something without getting arrested. So that was like almost like a little bit of culture shock sort of thing.
Did you start
Yeah.
immediately goose stepping?
No.
It's like, is there anything wrong with this? How about that? I'm pointing with my hand.
I've got to like
Plane
carpal
goes,
tunnel,
meow.
carpal tunnel syndrome. I can't point with a finger. I have to do it with the.
Have you seen, Ron, you would have seen Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
He's
But
in a
it was-
wheelchair and all of a sudden I just start going,
That's
trying to keep my hand down. Fuck,
a
that's
classic.
a good movie. But yeah, no, that never happened when I was there.
odd, hey.
But it's just weird. Yeah, like I'm sure people would know about that sort of stuff, but then younger generations maybe don't quite understand like the gravity of the situation and what it meant. And maybe history books or peers or whatever would just play it down a bit. So it's not such a big point, but really, it was fucking
It's not
it's
even
huge.
not even a case of history is written by the the history books are written by the victors. It's
For the victor, it's just all fucked up.
not even the case.
Didn't
anymore.
you say I think it was a bunch of shows back that, or it might have been a pre-show thing. Somebody told me anyway that in Japanese history books they don't say that Pearl Harbor was like a cowardly attack like the Americans will say. They were just attacked out of nowhere and they were just like chilling in their bay and then they came out of nowhere and just bombed the shit out of them.
Well, yeah, it was to
they-
bring
they-
them into the war.
Yeah, they say that it was tactically it was genius and like it was a smart move to
Orchestrated.
do that. Yeah, but the worst thing about that is like that it took that like tragedy to happen before America even said like, yo, fuck it, now you're fucking with us, now we're in this. It's like, oh, fuck you guys. I hate that shit. Anybody who ever says, like Americans go like, oh, we saved your ass in World War II.
We
It's
saved your
bullshit.
ass in World War Three.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, well, we saved your ass in World War III. That's
Yeah.
fucking so good.
that's why in Toro, they say, oh, we've just awakened a giant. As soon as we've done it, it's just like, fuck, okay, now we've brought them in. They're pretty fucking huge.
Yeah, they are. But the thing is, like,
Yeah.
they sat there idly while the rest of the world burned. And, they're just like, oh, that's got nothing to do with us. We're not including ourselves.
Oh, well, so now it's a case of they damned if they do, they damned if they don't. So when they are going to, like, other countries now, everyone's like, oh, they've got nothing to do. They shouldn't be doing this sort of stuff.
You're Switzerland.
But I mean, like,
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like it is tough now, like with what's happening now, like but that was a different situation. Like
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
everybody else was in. Come on, guys, lend us a hand. Come on, pal. Come on, buddy. Come on, guy. You have some guns, right? You love your guns. Come over. I'm gonna keep talking like this. Until
It just reminded me of when
Somebody
Homer's
jumps
trying to
in.
get Lenny to go, come on, yeah,
Yeah.
come on, yeah, yes.
I just like how we made a
Straight away.
segue from something so deep and profound, and then Chris's
Yeah,
contribution
that
is
Lenny.
it
Hey,
reminds
see,
me of when
this-
Homer's trying to convince Lenny.
The Simpsons solve everything.
Yeah.
Simpsons
Simpsons did it.
Done.
Simpsons did it.
All the old eps anyway. So
Mm.
yeah.
Fuck, how did
Don't
we get on
mention
that
the
topic?
war.
Oh, yeah.
Monty Python.
Wolfenstein. So, yeah.
that was
I'm gonna
Wolfenstein.
look it up.
Anybody else thinking of buying it?
Nah.
No, it's
I'll
not.
let you know how it is.
It actually kind of reminds me of like Hollywood redoing old movies,
Yeah,
and I'm
it
just kind of like,
is.
no, I just have no interest in that.
Yep.
And
That's probably why they put
Speaking
the
of
Doom 4
redoing
beat on.
classics.
like
There's a new Mario Kart out.
yeah, but like that's supposed to be like a kind of, they keep improving. The tracks are getting better and that kind of shit. When that looks amazing. I can't wait for that. That's
Do you
out
have a
already, isn't
Wii?
it? No,
I
I,
think
don't.
it's already
But
out.
my friend does, and I think they're gonna get it soon. And I just go over there and we get drunk, eat pizza, and play Mario Kart. And that made me fall in love with the Wii because the only game I ever played on that was sports, Wii Sports,
That's too
because that's
bad.
great. And like you don't need any other games on
Was
that
Mario
fucking
Kart 8
console.
on both the Wii and the Wii U?
Think so.
Well, the Wii U is just a controller for the Wii, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've got a little screen,
It's a separate unit.
and yeah, you can actually you can walk
No,
around. It's
you,
like
you need the
portable. You can
Wii
bring it
to
anywhere.
make the Wii U work.
Oh, there you go. I have no idea. I just I've only played a couple of the like there's a chasing game that's fucking fun, like where one person is on the Wii U and you can see everywhere everyone else is, but like you've just got a shitty like over the top look,
Oh,
and you
okay.
just got to like view, sorry, and you just got to run around to avoid them, and they can't see you. They're looking at the screen and they're trying to hunt you down. But that's fun. We got to get drunk and play that. Then play King's Cup.
Well, the other one,
You guys don't know King's Cup?
King's
Oh, I know.
Sounds familiar. I don't know.
The drinking game.
Ben's
You got a
in, but we can't tell him what the rules are.
All right, I'll play.
bunch of cards,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
every card has
yeah,
a
yeah,
rule.
yeah.
And then every king you pour like whatever you're drinking into the cup in the middle. Whoever gets the last king, game's over. That person has to scull that drink. It's beautiful.
Sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen.
Pretty much.
Scary shit.
Soggy Sayo-esque.
Yeah, but pleasurable.
Fun trivia question. The original Wolfenstein, what was its full title?
Old
Return
Order.
to Castle Wolfenstein or something like that.
Oh,
The Wolfenstein of Wall Street.
no, well, it's...
The Wolfenstein
I
Among Us?
thought, yeah, you're right.
What do you mean,
maybe
yeah, you're
this
right.
is-
What?
I thought it was like something.
Yeah,
something
oh,
Return
okay.
to Castle Wolfenstein or some shit like that. That's what I remembered, but I might be
Return
wrong.
to Castle Wolfenstein.
Then what's Spear of Destiny?
That could be. That could
I
be.
thought that
it.
was the original. That's
you're probably
1992 version. But you're right. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was Spear of Destiny. But then when you said Return to Castle Wolfenstein,
Yeah, where does the spear come into it?
maybe that's the remake.
I'm just not sure.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Mummy Returns or something, Ben?
No.
Or Castlevania?
Castle.
Oh, the Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Yeah, it's like the remake of it.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah, fun fact. There we go. Trivia. Well played
So
trivia game.
the first
there.
game is
called
called
Spear of
Return.
Destiny.
I got one right.
You
I
have to come to trivia next Wednesday.
Wait, no. The original is called Spear of Destiny.
Ah,
Fail.
well, I was
Return
close.
to Castle Wolfenstein is the
second
second one. Yeah.
Ah, right. Well, I was close enough.
But yeah, Spear of Destiny, isn't that interesting?
I thought it was
Is
Wolfenstein.
that what you're actually
1D.
after in the game?
Huh?
Are you actually after the Spirit of Destiny in the game?
I've only played the second one by the sounds of it.
Nope.
Guess not.
I don't know.
Cool. Wow. New topic. Ben, one for you.
Yay!
Papers, Please developer announces new game.
Yeah.
Return of the Obra Dinn. Do you know any knowledge about what the fuck this game might entail?
Nope. I was
Or Brick
hoping you could.
I
Do you
have
have
zero
any
knowledge of it also. I've seen
spec
what
of-
looks to be like an 8-bit kind of old school loading screen, but I didn't actually read any article about it. So, I might either look it up now and read you some information, or
You can do that while I clear up my dreadful trivia. Wolfenstein Spear of Destiny is the prequel to the original Wolfenstein 3D. So Wolfenstein 3D came out first, and then Spear of Destiny
is
came
it
out.
3D?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Very
Sorry about
Joffrey,
that.
though.
I had to clear that up. That was pissing me off. I thought, just because I was browsing through something and it came up and I was like, oh, I thought that was the original Wolfenstein. And no, it's not. Let us never talk of this again.
This game, Ben, my goodness. Like, for fans of administration comes the return
Ooh.
of the Obra Dinn.
Admin. I want admin.
The developer explains the game will use the first-person perspective and take place on an East India Company merchant ship named the Obra Dinn, which sets out from London for the Orient with over 200 tons of trade goods.
Oh,
So I can only imagine it's some sort of buy, sell, trade kind of
pirates.
No, I actually read about it. It's about 8 hours long, and it is you eating the food there, then spending 7 hours on the toilet.
Dysentery.
Doesn't sound like there's too much replayability to that though.
Oh, that's the thing though. Like, you got
You
it
gotta,
like
you gotta work out
press-
what kind of food you can eat before you have to go to the bathroom.
Before you
yeah.
have
So sometimes
scurvy
you'll spend only an hour in there, but yeah, you will at least spend 1 hour in the toilet.
Well, I was kind of hoping for more on that one, but it doesn't look like there's going to be all that much.
Yeah, I don't know about that one at all.
I imagine with like an East India
spell it.
company, you'd be like trading spices and sugar and tea and stuff. Who knows?
I can't wait.
Maybe there's like prostitutes in one of the crates, or what are they called? The
Boxes.
Slave trading,
you know those huge
people smuggling, shipping container.
yeah, like a container, yeah. And then one of them's filled with guns or some shit, you know?
Well, the
And
East
some
India
people act
company
really stupid.
implies that it's of quite
Pirate
old.
days.
Old East India Trading
Yeah.
Company was the very first company ever formed, so it could be fucking ancient.
Tea, spices, all that sort of
On
stuff.
the high seas.
Oh, there you go. 1808.
There we go.
Oh, wow, okay. So I guess they're...
Give me
wait,
some
they could
fucking admin. I love admin.
There you go.
games.
6 months later, it hadn't met its rendezvous point at the Cape of Good Hope and was declared lost at sea. Early this morning of October 14th, 1808, the Oberdin drifted into port with sails damaged and no visible crew. An insurance adjuster for the East India Company's London office finds means to board the ship and recover the captain's log for assessment.
Oh wow, so it's going to be like Ghosty.
So basically you're auditing
Yeah.
the shit.
Papers, please, back in 1808. So you have like wax seals and you'll have like, calligraphy pens, you'll have quills and God knows what.
None of you guys played it, did you?
Makeup.
I didn't. No.
I
played it for
tried
like
to
10
download it,
minutes.
but I'm not going to say whether I did or not because I don't condone
Because you don't know
stealing
how to.
games.
Yeah, you don't know how to pirate a game. Okay, that's okay.
I don't know. I was just saying stealing games is wrong.
It's
probably
very
on Steam
cheap.
for like
Steal a
$7.
It's on Good Old Games, and they have sales on it all the time. You can probably pick it up for like $5,
There you go.
and it's well worth the $5. Actually, when the final version was released, before you could submit your name to be one of the immigrant names, like in the passport, but I didn't see my name there. True story. Well told.
Oh.
So what name is Polly Waffle there?
No.
Yeah, she was a prostitute. Polly Waffle.
I'd fuck a girl called Polly Waffle.
That's my name.
I'd fuck a Ben Salona called Polly Waffle.
But yeah, speaking of other games, Gavin, that you should have played, how's Hearthstone going? Killing it? Killing it?
I thought, you know what? Obviously I did. When I showed it to you guys last week, I was within a Wi-Fi environment. I thought I could play this game on the train, and it's essentially a lot of preloaded stuff and like a whole bunch of preloaded scenarios that I can play. I don't have to be connected online.
You can play the AI.
I'm
but
not
I'm
sure
guessing-
what I'm
No,
up to
I
at the
think it
moment.
needs an internet connection as well.
But why?
Have you finished the first tutorial?
I have not.
Probably do that first. That way you can choose to play the AI.
It's one of these.
Oh God.
Samsung.
Well, a poor person's iPad.
Oh, zing.
Sorry. I
Well,
can't
the
hear
same-
you over the fact that I can get internet anywhere without Wi-Fi.
Like an iPad. Or a mobile phone.
Explain this magical technology where you can get internet anywhere without Wi-Fi.
And
It's just
explain
a
to me
mobile
why
phone.
you can't get emails off us. But
'Cause it's not
you
turned
can
on.
get... that's why.
Fatal
See,
flaw.
Yeah, a little bit of background knowledge, our viewers. We send Chris emails, but he doesn't get them for some reason on his device, which gets internet everywhere.
Everywhere.
You
Everywhere.
guys are marked as spam.
God. Level of seriousness on this show. God. Jeez. Let's take it seriously, folks. Game. Hearthstone. Yeah, I do need to, I suppose, put
Yeah.
a little bit of time into that just to, I suppose, get the addiction levels up.
Hell yeah. I'll say it again. You will not beat my priest deck. Get as good as you can get. You will not beat me.
I will have to take that on face value and nod agreeingly with what I
So,
think a priest
because
deck
Cap's
is.
got it on the iPad, can he actually play against you on your computer?
Yes.
It's cross-platform.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't know for a fact. I'm assuming so.
As soon as you
Facts,
have
ladies and
absolutely
gentlemen,
no
QuadFeed
follow-up
facts.
answers.
No, because you're logging in. You'll have a Blizzard account.
Blizzard account.
I'll have a Blizzard account. Yeah. We log in. We share the same thing. We'll be able to play each other. We'll confirm next week. Citation needed.
$8. Awesome. Big W.
The hell was that?
$8
Where did that come
Uggies.
from?
You could buy a copy of Papers, Please at that price. Another game, which I mentioned last week. Remember how I mentioned a little game called Transistor,
That has
which
been
came up out of
going
nowhere?
gangbusters.
That game is fucking fantastic. I love it so freaking much. It's beautiful. It's a fantastic game.
To be true, to be completely honest, I don't think he sold it as well as what you potentially could have. But
No way.
without any
some-
visuals and without any sort of storyline premise,
Yeah.
like
Somebody sell
I'm
it
not
to me
blaming
because like I've never heard of this and I wasn't here last week. So
Have you heard of
I
a
was here
game
last
called
week. I still don't know what
Bastion?
you're talking about.
what was that?
Have you heard of Bastion?
Bastion. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's kind of just like an RPG sort of thing, but it's just like the visuals, design, the graphics, like everything is just like really, really nice.
Right.
And that's really set the bar high. And then they released another similar version called Transistor, which is them set in the future. Same sort of thing where really, really nice graphics and blah, 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 blah. That's pretty much all I knew when I got it. I hadn't seen any gameplay or anything like that. So when I explained it last week, really, I couldn't explain it because I hadn't seen it. I just seen like a brief trailer and I was like, oh, this looks pretty damn cool. Same people that made Bastion, which I didn't play but heard was
So
fantastic.
what does it look like?
it's beautiful.
It's
It
just,
really is.
yeah, you
It's-
really need to kind of see it.
If you're a fan, if you've ever been a fan of like anime,
You're right.
like it's very layered in that it's like the art direction behind it is very sort of distressed and you know, I don't even know what the actual styling would be called. It's
can't-
like
that's-
water pastel,
Yeah.
but very very dramatic and
And like great use of like depth of field. So when you're playing, like it almost looks like it's 3D sort of thing just because of the way that it's laid out.
Cool.
The voice acting is really, oh my God, when I started playing it and the main character, she's being spoken to by the guy, it's just like right in your ear. It was just seriously good. And like, I'm completely in love with it.
and the
I just have
score
not,
apparently is
Oh,
amazing too. It's like a jazz lounge.
it's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, and just the part where, way better than Yard's Flute. The way just you walk, you're like a character, you're a female character. She, like, for starters, like, she'll just stand there. You know when, like, you leave your character idle or whatever, like, they'll do something like, she, like, flicks her hair or, like, moves her hand through her hair sort of thing.
Right.
Looks seriously smooth and, like, really good. When she walks, she drags, like, her sword behind her, which, like, interacts with the ground, and you can see, like, all these little lines coming out of the ground and just all these little amazing details. It's just I can't explain it.
Is this a
You should
game
just
where
say it.
there's two main characters, like two girls?
She's a singer,
No.
isn't she?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a lounge singer. If you were to describe it on paper, it would sound quite strange.
I haven't played enough to explain it, and it seems pretty obscure to explain it in the first place. So for me to explain it, it's very fucking hard because
Fair enough.
I don't know really what's going on at the moment because I've only played about 15, 20 minutes of it. The battle mechanics are great. It kind of goes into like bullet time where you can then plan out how you're going to attack them, and it's quite difficult too. Your health resets after every battle, which is great. But yeah, it's very hard.
I'm just trying to picture it. It's quite vague.
Very vague. It's very hard to
This is
explain.
GameSpot did a good
anime.
good breakdown. I think it was GameSpot or IGN, but they did a really good job of like selling it. It was.
Oh well, you know, it's their job.
Well,
So I suppose they would be better. Then it's
thing is,
kind of like,
though,
it's
I-
kind of like this, but it's not. But it's kind of like, but it's not really.
Well, watch your
You
gameplay
play
and
as
then
a
think
shortish,
how you would
tallish guy
explain
with lightish stuff.
What's it called again?
Transistor.
All right. I need to do a poo.
that shit just happened or is about to happen. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, coming from a non-RPG person, like if you could show me hours of, MMO, RPG, whatever you wanted to, whatever game you wanted to thrust in my face, chances are you probably won't have too much of a successful go at getting me into that sort of stuff. But I just like how I'm in a point in time in my gaming sort of library where I can venture outside of the whole stuff that I'm used to. Hearthstone probably was, the first sort of venture into something completely foreign to me, or whatever, just for the sake of killing 20 minutes on the train. And I suppose, yeah, from a supporting of an indie developer or a less than a huge studio, I would consider giving them my money.
Yeah,
for Transistor.
that's why games, I've mentioned this plenty of times before, games like Hotline Miami or Papers, Please, that only really appeals to like a small group of people. But when it finds you, or when you find that game, it means fucking this much to like this many people. And when you're in that group, it does mean that much. It hits you that much, sort of thing. So when something comes along like Papers, Please, not everyone gets it. But if you're in that little field,
If you're in
it's
that
like
sweet
it's
spot, it's
if
good.
you're in that sweet spot, it is everything to you, where a AAA game doesn't come close, sort of thing. So that's why games like that, when now, you and I, all of us, we've all played like a huge long range of games for a lot of years from when we were kids. So we want to try something a bit different. We're kind of playing the same shit over and over and over again. But then when some little indie developer comes along and makes that little game for that little market, it's everything. So yeah, that's why I harp on about those games all the time, because I just fucking love them.
And the thing is, I mean, and you typically tend to see it in more mobile markets, and how, people know that the pickup factor for something like Flappy Bird or Fruit Ninja or whatever, like chances are it will be a big thing to a large amount of people, but for a small amount of time. And for those indie people, it's kind of the opposite. It's going to be a big thing for a small amount of people, but for a long time.
Yeah.
And I suppose we're all victims of being guilty of following these franchises that we've, like you say, have been buying for God knows years, God knows how many years. And I mean, the people that have been buying Call of Duty for the best part of 6-7 years, they're the first people to jump on the bandwagon and go, this game's shit. Did you buy it? Oh yeah, I bought it. Yeah. Are you going to buy the next game? Yeah, I'll probably buy the next game. I was like, well, why are you going to buy the next game if you're so headstrong about complaining about the games that you supposedly love?
Yeah.
Whereas indie developers, you're part of a very small faction of people that do actually give a shit.
Yeah.
And they'll take that feedback on board, chances are, because you are part of that smallish group that have decided to essentially finance 0.5% of that entire development cost.
Putting his kids through college.
Yeah. And it's more of like that, you can contact like the developer. I can't remember who the developer is for Hotline Miami. I think he's Swedish or something like that. And, tweets, he'll reply it or like to it. I said, I effing love Hotline Miami, and my R key is about to wear out, because R is whenever you die, you hit R and it restarts the level for you, and you die over and over and over and over and over again. You're always dying, but like, I don't give a shit because it's so much fun. And, you liked my tweet, and it's just like, I don't really see other big companies that are going to look through all of the tweets. Yeah, all the tweets, and, like things like that. So, it's like that good personal level almost.
Denaton Games?
Yeah.
Denaton?
I know the logo. It's like the guy in the little beanie or whatever in the 8-bit and the bullets behind him.
Oh. I'm looking at the wiki page, and it's basically a chick. Guy with a pig mask and a chicken head.
Yeah. Well, there are the different masks you can get. Oh, that's not the
Developers,
anyway.
right?
Yeah, it's that Jonathan Soderstrom. That's the guy.
Oh, the guy. All right. Sorry, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. No, but that photo there was my background wallpaper for a while, because it reminds me like a lot of Drive with that sort of 80s car and him in like his little sorority jacket and stuff like that, and saving like the girl.
Cool.
But I was so happy when you said that, from what you'd seen and heard of like Transistor, that you said it was like really nice, because it has been a long time it's like a relatively small game as well. It's only like 4 gig. when I've like loaded it up and just gone, whoa, like just the design of this is just amazing.
How
So
do
it's
you
been a
fit
long
that
time
much
since that's
detail in 4
happened,
gig?
so, yeah. Well, that's the thing as well. I hear the storyline is only like 4 hours or something like that, between 4 and 6 hours, which I don't care. I can't wait to actually play it. So I'm really, really looking forward to that.
So when's that being released?
Transistor,
Yeah.
it's out. I already
Oh,
got it.
sorry. I thought you meant he can't wait to get it released because it hasn't been released here. I know.
Oh, sorry. No. No. It's out. I just meant can't wait to have time to play it.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating having like an awesome game that just your fucking uni workers like, no, I'm due tomorrow. You gotta fucking do me.
Well, speaking of games that'll be distracting you from uni work, are you ready for the Steam summer sale?
Yes. You all have to buy Gary's mod, okay? When it's like $2.50,
Let me have a
all
look.
buying Gary's mod, and we're all gonna fucking play something, okay?
I need a set of post-it
Jesus
notes that I
Christ.
can just do for reminders. Gary's mod.
We need to play. We need to play Prop Hunt. We need to play Trouble in Terrorist Town. We need to start fucking duping some shit in and building crazy machines.
Is this all the one game?
Okay, it's all the one game, Gary's mod. It's always on sale and it always goes down to like $2.50. I bought it for $2.50. So the rule with Steam sales is wait till it's 75% off. Once it's 75% off, that's when you buy it. Because sometimes it's 50% off and it's like, and then later on in the sale, it'll be on sale again. It'll be for 75. So always wait till it's 75% off.
So being a relative Steam virgin, I've had it for a year now. They don't sort of give you any heads up as to what's going to be on sale, or is it pretty much a blanket amount off all of it, with some ones being 75%, 50%, whatever?
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, and it's always like a mad rush. So people always, people on certain websites actually make like a little prep list of what you can do. So add a bunch of games that you want to your wish list. So when it does come on sale, even if it's a flash sale, you get an email. Put money into your Steam wallet early. So if there's a game you want to buy and there's a rush on, it might be backlogged from when you have to update your Steam wallet and you won't have any money in there. So things like that. And then basically, yeah, you're not going to know what's going to be on sale. So just add stuff to your wish list and wait for it to be 75% off, then buy it. Gary's mod from memory has always been on the list. It's one of like their best-selling games. It's always on the Steam sale. So they'll also sometimes, I don't know if they'll do it in summer, but they also have like achievements. So you've got to do certain things or rate certain games or whatever. And then you get like another badge saying, 2014 Steam summer sale or whatever. But I think that's more around Christmas time when they do that, where you have to do certain things and get like your Christmas badge. So keep an eye out for that too.
I shall.
Your achievements, yeah.
I shall. Chris, anything that you might have your eye on? Where's your microphone?
No, not at the moment, actually. Pardon?
Exactly. Where's your microphone?
It's here.
Off to the side.
No, it's in front of me.
You're talking to the right.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking over there.
And I talk like this.
Desk problem solved.
So what is that, Ben?
What?
That Japanese thing?
Oh,
It's Hirajuku
Like the
flavored water.
yeah.
What is
The
it?
Great Fanta thingy.
Where'd you get that from?
But I just get like Asian grocery stores.
Huh.
It's like $2.50 or something like that. It's just like Great Fanta. Like it's super sweet. But it's like a metal can. So I just use it as a water bottle. So I always drinking out of it. I'm not drinking grape soda at 20 past 10 on a Sunday night. I
As
just
a
use it as a
complete
water
segue
bottle.
though, whenever I'm in New York, like I made sure that the last time I was in New York a few months back, the very first thing that I had was a Welch's grape soda. Like it's probably the most diabetic inducing soda that you could ever get over there. But just that sort of taste, as soon as it hits your lips, I know my body knows exactly where I am when I have that. Because I only have ever had it in New York, and I still have only ever had it in New York.
I'm like that with Snapple, because we do so much walking around in New York, and you need like energy. So I have Snapple, which is like chock full of sugar. So so if I ever need like energy to keep me going all day, or like it's just like an afternoon 3:30 drink or whatever, it's always Snapple, and it gives me energy for the rest of the day because it's just so full of sugar, and I'm bouncing off the walls. I love it.
I still to this day I'm staggered at how on the 2012 trip to the States, it was for all the stuff that we ate when we were in Disneyland, and TGI Fridays, and IHOP and all that sort of stuff, and all the shit we had in between. I put on 200 grams in that entire trip because of all the walking that I did.
Fuck you, Gav. Fuck you, Gav.
What can I say?
I just look at a cupcake and it goes straight to my thighs.
Straight to my thighs. It's terrible. I hate it. Oh my goodness. But yeah. I wonder if there's a website I can get like Welch's grape soda from.
Yes, check out US.
There's American.
Yeah, usafoods.com.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Lucky Charms. I fucking love Lucky Charms. Did I mention this last time?
Yes.
Maybe.
No. Did I? Probably. Fuck, I love Lucky Charms. God, I'm a fat shit. Another topic. Oh, sorry.
Speaking of the Steam sales and what games, I've been hearing a lot about this Witcher 2, so I was actually going to see if I could get the first one. I'm not sure
That's
if
on
it's
sale
on Steam.
right now.
Witcher 3 is, looks amazing.
Got delayed again.
Yeah.
What? Let me find this sale for you, Castro. I'm pretty sure there's like a Witcher sales on Bargain. There was like a couple of bucks for like all of them or something.
Awesome.
You know what, Ben? I just looked up usafoods.com.au. The first category is
Can I have it?
Well, the first category is beverages, and there's a subcategory called juice and Snapple. So it must be something ridiculously popular.
No, that's a food group. Snapple. Snapple
food
is a
group.
food group.
I can get Welch's grape juice.
No,
Grape
you need grape drink.
I need the soda.
Grape drink.
I need the soda. Soft drink.
Sorry, Castro, there was 80% off on Steam, and it was the Witcher series, the incomplete one, like 1 and 2, for like $5.
When? Already? Pass.
Yeah, it's already finished.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Sorry. You'll have to pay full price now. Like a sucker.
How was your shit run? Was it nice, mate?
Diarrhea.
Nice.
Yellow. Very yellowish. It was like the solid pieces came out first, but they were like mushy. And then when it came out like liquid. So it was like...
You have to censor this.
And then all yellow. And then like, but the parts that were like solidish, they were like dark brown. And but everything came out all really yellowish. What?
You done? Fucking hell.
Done.
You asked the fucking question. I'm gonna give you a
That's rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
no. Nothing's rhetorical with me.
We mentioned last week or the week before when we were with the Ruffle Raptor that Total Biscuit, the famous and much loved YouTuber, had potentially cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And it just confirmed yesterday that he has like full-blown cancer. He has to get chemo, surgery, and stuff like that. So that's like pretty awful. Yeah.
Thoughts of
apparently
Biscuit? Sorry to hear that, mate. That's terrible.
Awful.
QuadFeed gives you all the best.
So I don't know if you guys follow him or whatever, but I was following him for quite a while beforehand just because I loved his voice. I was just like, one of those things where you're just looking through gameplays or whatever, and then I stumbled across his, and I was just like, oh, that voice. Good Lord. It's just like,
that's it.
It's amazing.
It's one of the best connective things that I have back to the UK is Total Biscuit. I mean, it's a whole bunch of other YouTubers, but this guy especially. I'm sure we've all had someone touched it with cancer at some point, but
Yeah.
you know, especially in the YouTube community, everyone feels a bit more connected to the people that you follow, a kind of thing, and that whole thing about it the few weeks back saying it was for, you know, pity me kind of thing, and you know, people getting the wrong end of the stick, ridiculous. So
Stupid. So
all the best, mate. All the best.
yeah, and one of the parting messages he wanted to point was you know, get yourself checked. So don't be embarrassed by it. Get yourself checked. I have, not recently, but I have in the past.
Was it any? Well, I don't think it should be specific, but any particular type? Oh, colon cancer. Okay.
Yes, that's not something people often get checked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to get, like, you know, a colonoscopy or anything like that? So
It's not.
but
the
really,
biggest
you go
thing
to
on your
sleep.
list.
No, you go to sleep, you wake up, and it's done.
They actually put you under anesthetic? Because
Yes.
oh,
You go to you go to like certain ones. What you want to hear is certain ones you've been awake for, like the ones that I've done. They're not
that's
fun.
what I've heard of. Yeah, like where
Yeah.
it's like a really short procedure, but like you're awake during it. It's like
Yeah.
there's no point in putting you under.
It's just uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. But it's
I
not
can
like
imagine.
it's not. It didn't take long or anything like that.
It's the same thing with prostate exams, though. I mean, that's essentially why the
They're
prostate.
they're kind of fun. You know.
It's like suffer a bit of, you know,
I-
indignity for a couple of minutes and
I
get it
totally-
checked out.
I totally bet if I said that, everyone would have gone, "Oh, fuck, man, come on, come on, Ron."
But that's exactly what we're doing. We're considering the source.
Yeah, but I'm just like you are. When Ben says it, it's like, oh, that's
Comes
funny.
with-
But that's why you had your doctor's license taken away from you, wasn't it, Ron? Because you were
do, like,
conducting free prostate exams in the park
that's all I ever
behind a
wanted.
tree.
Ronald would fake an orgasm every time he got one.
I'm quite good at faking them though.
Did I say one finger? I meant two.
Better make it two.
Actually, just to make sure that there's really nothing in there, I'm gonna use my tongue.
Here we go. So we just turned that serious topic. I'm
See,
sorry.
see,
I'm
I
sorry.
fucking
Serious
told you.
and
All right,
heartfelt,
you know,
and
hands down. Fuck you, Gav. Fuck you, Ben. Chris, I couldn't hear if you were laughing or pissed off or anything, so you're cool. But like, did everybody see that? Did everybody see that? We were having a fucking very heartfelt fucking discussion, and it was very proper and all that. Hell, I shut the fuck up because I got people. I know people who've passed away from cancer and that kind of stuff.
have I.
Ben cracks a joke that I kind of went like, oh, but you know that's cool because I say inappropriate things all the time. But Gav
there
laughs
there's a
along, and then
line,
I'm just
though.
like, okay.
I'm just
I
giving
know
him-
for a fact if I say something, and then fucking
I'm giving him the pass that I have given you on many of occasions. So be grateful.
well,
Be grateful.
It comes with years of consistency.
not worth it.
There are characters. There's a character model that we all subscribe to on the show. You are the person that eats and has inappropriate things to say.
Yeah, I've got. I'm gonna get something to eat, by the way.
And as someone who has had all of those checks done, I feel that I am qualified to joke about them slightly. So, yes, because everyone that you can list, I've had it done.
Wow. Because I always thought those things were for like over 50s or something.
Nah, when I had a problem with my gallbladder, they didn't know what it was, and I had like all of them fucking done.
It's actually
Are you
good to
sure
get
it just
checked when
wasn't
you're young.
Aaron
That's really
ticking
good.
things off?
Sorry, what?
Are you sure it just wasn't your brother just ticking things off
Oh.
on the list while you were unconscious?
For
Yes,
everything-
you'll want one of these
Yeah.
and one of those.
Oh,
Do you want a
yeah.
hysterectomy? Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Let's do that.
Give him a sex change at the same time too.
A vaginectomy. Yeah. So I was surfing around looking at topics, and we've mentioned it on a show or two beforehand, but there hasn't been all that much sort of gameplay or sort of updated news on the game Evolve.
Oh, what's one of my topics?
Really? I think that would be an awesome game for us four to jump into. Getting together a fifth sort of party. I think that would be really cool.
Yes.
You know, mic everyone up, Skype it in.
Corful can come.
Corthel will do it. Yeah. Corthel,
He's always fucking up for it.
the fifth.
I love that guy.
And gaming too.
So what is this game? I don't think I've actually heard of it.
Let me set it up for you. You are, or you have the potential to be, one of 4 hunters, each of which with a very particular skill set, weapon set, abilities, tactics, all that sort of stuff. Going up against a very sort of predator-like Goliath. I think they call it Goliath, don't they? Creature kind of thing.
Yeah.
With
But basically just think of like a big monster.
Yeah, a huge horned thing with, you know, abominable snowman kind of size, super jumping, super strength, can breathe fire, all that sort of stuff. It's
Whom is
awesome.
another player?
Who is another player?
The fifth player.
The fifth player.
Hunting man, are we?
So, yeah. But I mean, I didn't know all that much about. I thought the premise of it was very sort of, you know, he hunts you, you hunt him, until I saw probably about 15 minutes worth of gameplay today. And one person gets to like harpoon, another person has got like better weaponry, another person's a medic of sorts and gets to heal other people.
I think one's a sniper.
One's a sniper,
Or what
yeah,
what looked like a sniper, yeah.
like a particle beam kind of heavy laser that just tries to cut chunks off the thing. And then I saw this one part where a person deploys what they called a mobile arena, where when you're pretty much, I think it might take time to charge up or something, but as soon as you have this thing kind of surrounded, you've got your party and all that, you're like, right, deploy the mobile arena, and it puts this sort of holographic wire mesh dome kind of thing over this area just so you can, you know, act as containment. And
Okay.
yeah, I think there's only a few videos, and thankfully there's only a few videos out, but the one that I saw was about 15 minutes long. There's some commentary over the top which goes into a bit of detail about what they are developing for, and this looks really fun. Cool kind of co-op kind of game.
And in that good time period where they've announced it, and it's October 21 that it comes out.
Yep.
I can wait that long. It's not October 21, 2015.
That's it. Segue
Well,
from
that's-
the
yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
No grinding of gears today, it seems, Benny.
Too tired.
Too tired, man. Too tired.
Wait, why don't you do one? I haven't seen one of these yet.
It's
last
not like a
week's show.
spectacle. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't transform into anything.
I don't start jumping around and throwing shit everywhere, but yeah.
Next week.
Next week if I have more energy. Yeah.
That
gotta put your
TV's
fist through the
just
TV.
been put back on its stand after last week when Ben just like flipped it across the room.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh,
There's a reason why that
that'd be so
bicycle's
good.
upside down as well.
I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, because I haven't used it in fucking ages. That's why.
It's the
Miss
world's
riding.
it's the world's
I'm
most
just
expensive
like-
coat hanger.
You
Fucking
gotta
A. Fucking
you
A.
gotta totally put your fist through that TV behind you. Just put it right through.
I fucking love my Sony Bravia. I love that thing.
Bravia. He's even named it
Really?
Bravia.
Let me go. Hex.
Zing.
Well played, Zing.
Mm.
What else?
But yeah, Evolve looks good. YouTube is going to purchase Twitch TV for uno billion
Uno
denari.
That's
Billion,
fucking
no.
insane. Okay.
I'm kind of worried. I've got to say, I initially put out a tweet when I heard about it, and you know, knowing that Twitch is kind of cool in the whole we're not YouTube thing, in that you know you don't have to worry about. Well, I don't say you won't have to worry about it, but I mean they're cool with like you streaming music over the top of it. It's got a really good community. It's got none of the sort of bells and whistles that using YouTube has kind of been known to be hated for.
Seems to be built for gamers.
And it's built for gamers, yeah.
Yeah.
Even back in the
Something
days
they
when
do-
it was Justin TV, I think it was called. Justin.tv or whatever it was. You know, gaming was their... No, maybe I've got it wrong. Gaming wasn't their focus, but it slowly turned into a streaming service that was more often than not gaming based. And then whenever it went through a rebrand or whatever, that was kind of when, gaming's where we want to be. So yeah, I mean, I watched a few videos on people's sort of take on it, and given the opportunity to sort of stay out of things and just finance them and say, look, you've already got a good setup. It's got a growing user base of X million of people and X million page views every month. We're happy for you to keep doing what you do and just be bankrolled by YouTube. Here's $1 billion, put it into infrastructure, hiring new talent, new features, new things that you can do. Here's $1 billion. Or you could go on the other side of the coin, which I tend to be a little bit cynical about this sort of stuff, and see it as just a green flag for YouTube to just start marching in there with their mechanical suits and start going, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. And just
like
start...
those big robots from like Wolfenstein, the new one, are just going to come in just like on the offices and just like look at everyone and all that sort of shit. Yeah.
Look at the 10 lowest earning people and just go, you are all fired, and then just
zig hail them to death
and just install themselves in the building, plug themselves into the server.
But,
so yeah, there are fors and against. Sorry.
So, but it'd be great if they actually, instead of just doing more of the same, actually did something such as increase the frame cap to like 60 frames.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of 30 frames a second YouTube clips. I want fucking 60 at least. So fucking do something about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. Fucking 60 frames.
Yeah. I mean, it comes back to the whole thing about, Australia having such a shit upload speed that that's why you'll only find a handful of people that I suppose are considered Australian, YouTube gamers. Champ Chong, I suppose, being the exception. I mean, I don't even know what connection he's operating on, but I mean, he's got massive.
I thought you were
fan
going to
base.
say because he's not Aussie, he's Asian.
No. Why would that even figure into things? I think he's on the Gold Coast, I think.
No, it just seemed appropriate.
I don't know. You're the only person that could get away with saying that.
I know, hey.
Yeah. Glad.
But I hate those sort of YouTube channels where they're like pre-selling it, where they're like, Watch Dogs leaked gameplay footage, but it won't be that. It's like a fucking tabloid where he'll just talk about it. It's like,
He's come under fire a couple of times for doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the Xbox One were coming out and the PlayStation 4, and no one had seen like a picture of it or anything like that. And he's just like, PlayStation 4 images. And it's just like, when you read like the front cover of like a Woman's Day or some bullshit like that, and you see a stupid headline, you're like, I know if I were fucking stupid enough to open this magazine, it wouldn't have anything to do with that.
It'd be on.
So, but I'm like, but I'm just like, okay, well, PlayStation 4, okay, I'll watch it. He just talks about the PlayStation 4 and how no one has actually seen like an image of it or some bullshit like that. And you're like, seriously, dude, you just fucking wasted
But he works
4 minutes of my time.
He works that SEO quite well though, and it's something
he canes it. He gets mad views, and you know what? Fucking good on him.
Yeah. I've actually tweeted him a couple of times. Champ Chong, mate, come on, you're a basketballer. I'm a basketballer. It'd be cool if you came down to Sydney. We shot around for a while.
You're half Asian. I'm half Asian.
I was just gonna say maybe Ron should tweet him.
Let's kill all these whites around us, hey?
Oh God.
Race war!
Let's do away with all these fucking whiteys and.
I'd like to see a one-on-one basketball game.
I'd do that.
Wait, and then you got to play NBA Jam after as well.
What do you mean in real life? In real life, Chris?
So real life basketball, and then
done.
Then on NBA S2K or something.
It's a great idea.
S2K again with the S2000.
S2K,
you made that mistake before. 2K, you mean?
He's got fucking Hondas on the mind.
Honda on the brain, you do, man. Fucking hell.
Fucking VTEC.
Actually, show the kind people your room, Chris, and how it's 90% car part based.
Boxes.
Yeah.
I went into his bathroom one time. I was crashing at night at his place. We're fucking pissed as after catching the cab home. And I was like, dude, I got to fucking hang a piss. And he's like, yeah, bathroom's right there. Open up the bathroom, complete exhaust system
Trip
on
over
the
exhaust.
ground. I had to step over a muffler and center pipe and some rusty old fucking headers. I don't know. I think they were just like holding the place or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
So,
Like,
you
"Oh, yeah,
so you had to
it's-
step over a pipe to lay a pipe.
Yep.
Interesting.
Why are they in your toilet though?
I don't have any other space to put them.
It was pressure testing.
I thought it was. I thought it was actually like instead of having a stack of old magazines or Mad magazines or some shit like that, you just have mufflers and I don't know. You just
Just
pet them or
read
something like
the
that
serial
while you're in the
numbers.
toilet. That is odd. You know, fucking shit particles are in your fucking muffler now.
And
You know what?
cooking.
As
think it'll be
as obscene as it sounds, he is actually right. Every time you flush with that toileted up, it's
Yeah, but that was the guest bathroom, which I don't use.
it was more about having
That's
shit
okay,
on your
then.
exhaust pipe. It was more about that, really. Yeah. What were we talking about?
Twitch TV.
Twitch. Yes, exactly.
60 frames.
60
60
frames?
frames are nothing.
Anything else on the wish list?
Just fucking 60
120
frames.
60 frames, yeah.
So it got from 60 frames to now 120 frames. I'll be happy with 60, but anyway,
It's a progressive world. It's fine.
progressive.
But I got a screen that hardly ever gets used.
It's also because, what video card do you have in there, Chris?
I don't know. Something
990 GT?
98.
Yeah. So you'll be lucky if you get 30, let alone 120.
Yeah. Blue screen
That's
of
why it
death.
keeps burning out.
Oh, by the way, Ben, I'm going to upgrade my computer, so I'm going to need you to help me out with that.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks. Because
Gladly.
Hey, is it bad if your tower is making like a really high-pitched sound? It's like, it's almost not annoying, but it's there, and I know it wasn't there before.
It could be
Hard
just
to
coil
decide.
wine. It could be, is it when it's under load or is it just constant?
Right now it's constant, like, and sometimes it'll like switch off, and then sometimes it'll go like, beep, beep, and then it just stays there, and I pause and I just look at the tower. I just stare at it. I was like, again? Really?
You're pulling this shit on me again.
Yeah, and
Clean
then
it out.
back
That's
to
the
them.
number one thing. Get all the dust out of there.
Yeah. All the
'cause it
fans
could-
are fucked.
oh, okay. Yeah, well, clean it out.
Officeworks, $9.95. Bought
Yep.
it today.
That's where I gotta get.
Or just inhale it.
Not to be used on the groin. Okay.
Like, I saw that intervention. It's like, it's not illegal.
You saw that one too?
This shit isn't
That was-
fucking illegal. I'm using it to buy my computer. Do you have like 50 computers? She's buying fucking cans of this shit, like
Oh
heaps.
my god, I thought
Like,
it
this
was the
shit's not
only
illegal.
one.
Fucking, you can't call the cops, and fucking goes into the. She doesn't even drive out of the car park.
No,
She's in the car. And she's still.
no. She was in the alleyway, in like the aisle, and she was just having one, and she was just going like
Like
that in the
whippets.
aisle. Yeah,
There's whippets
Is
in
it
the
oxygen?
it was the computer cleaning one.
Ah.
When
Insane.
you spray that, it's got a real bad smell, and she was just like huffing it constantly. She'd buy like 50 cans, as in like she'd dump a shitload in her trolley, but she would have had like one or two while she was just shopping for them anyway. I don't know if she paid for them or not. Doesn't matter really. And then by the time she got it with the car, she just like curl up in a ball in the car, and she just huffed those as well before the drive home. So she was like fucking high as a kite on that shit. Drove home. I don't know how she didn't kill anyone, and then
Yeah.
would use like the other 48 at home.
Do you want me to tell you a story?
Unbelievable.
Do you want me to tell me a story?
I guess so.
I'll tell
I
you a
guess
story
so.
about my
Be
brother's...
addicted to it as well?
Tell us.
What?
Did you used to be addicted to it as well?
No, it's about my brother's first arrest.
Oh, he was addicted to it.
He was addicted to it and got arrested.
Oh, are we breaking the story? Sorry, Gav, go on.
No, it's fine.
Is he clean now?
Hey? No.
I couldn't tell. I thought you were crying just then.
No. I do have actually watering eyes, actually. I've been touching them all night. It's a mistake I make when I robbed them once. This is automatically. No, my brother is it was his first arrest. He was at a local train station.
As a police officer, you need to say
I
he's a
probably
police
should preface
officer.
that with he's a police officer.
Whoa. Neighborhood watch.
Neighborhood watch, just walking around with a pistol. I think it was relatively new as well because he was just doing sort of the rounds kind of thing. He might have gotten a call or something, but he was checking the stairwells at a local train station, and all he could hear was the tick, 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 like that telltale kind of sound. And in a stairwell at night, I mean, I don't think it was lit because he said when he sort of flashed the torch around, there was this kid, and he had a carrier bag, and he obviously sprayed inside the carrier bag with
the paint,
like aerosol paint or something, and he was just like huffing that. And then he said the look of this kid as he looked up into the beam of the flashlight was like something straight out of a fucking horror movie. Like, 'cause he had black paint all around his nose and stuff, like just completely out of it. And so he makes a bolt for it. And my brother's partner at the time kind of thing, like probably couldn't have kept up with him even if he tried. But he said to my brother, he said, right, off you go. Just like almost like a dog, like just let the thing off the chain. Said, mate,
Get it, boy.
off you go. Sick him. Bang.
Good mom.
Just took off after him. Bang. Armbar takedown. Yeah, took him down.
Trivia, it's called chroming.
Chroming. Sponsored by Google.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When you said first arrest,
Yeah. My brother's been arrested so many times. Oh,
yeah, I was literally just like, oh shit, like he was actually sniffing. And then it's like, oh, you should probably mention he's a cop. But he was a cop and he was addicted to that shit.
yeah, straight into the evidence locker. Just like sort of check some things out along with a few firearms. That's cool.
Yeah, kind of freaked me out just a little there for a second.
That's right. Just seeing your face was priceless. It was good. What else was there? It seems as though that topic that we covered last week on how Rockstar Games are coming out with something new, potentially for 2015.
Agent, right?
Eh?
Agent?
No. They trademarked City Stories.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that was a web-based game at first, wasn't it?
I thought it was, wasn't it for like handheld things?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
yeah. Like,
that's
that's-
what all
sorry,
this
that's-
talks about. Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it was like an app, and you kind of had like energy, and you had to do certain jobs, and then you get money, and yeah, it was like you're running like a city.
But apparently they've done it with Vice City. Did they do it with Liberty City, like City Stories or
Yeah, they had Liberty
so.
City stories.
Liberty City
I think
Stories?
so.
So they're thinking it's, just the scale of it. Chances are it's probably going to be something like that because I don't think for a game that took, the best part of 5 years to create, you're going to do that in, half that.
Yeah.
I wonder what like who the protagonist is going to be as well.
Which protagonists haven't they had so far?
Yeah, I mean, like I'd like it if it was just the same three guys again, because I was so looking forward to in GTA. Like, Trevor mentions that there's another partner of theirs who's in jail, and I'm like, oh sweet, one of the heists is going to be a jailbreak, and I was so disappointed. But then you find out that character. Spoiler face, by the way, because anybody who hasn't played GTA 5, nobody. Wow, leave the room. But anyway, basically, I really hoped that there was going to be a jailbreak, but really disappointed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But they did have that cool part where he mentioned the Eastern European guy when like the jobs and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, the little hints at all the old characters.
All the old characters like Nico Bellic and shit like that. That was pretty cool.
When
Did he mention the annoying cousin?
Roman, let's go bowling. No, he didn't.
that's the thing. Like one of the first when you first meet Trevor, and the first character he kills is Johnny, the biker you play.
Biker, yeah, which you play in the other
So
one.
that's the
which
guy you play as. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I like that series.
Because it's kind of like he was a badass, and you just killed a
Like
badass
the
character.
baddest, like
yeah,
he
like
was
Viking.
He was proper bad.
He's like,
So,
oh, I ain't
that
fucking
was
with this
awesome.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
So there's a lot of stuff about whether it be a mobile game or, and what platforms it might come to. I read this thing today about how, if it was to go 100% mobile, could mobiles handle it? Chances are there's a fairly small demographic that are after it on Vita or something. Considering that, that arm of the business isn't super profitable for them, and yet they're expecting super amounts of profit from it as possibly a motivator for people to get the Vita, which I think comes out next week. I think the new
Isn't
Vita,
the Vita already out? I thought.
the new one for
Right.
yeah, better battery life, slightly smaller, slightly thinner, yada yada yada.
I remember reading somewhere that the people who created Candy Crush are actually richer than Rockstar.
Yep.
That is... Doesn't
Wow.
that make you kind of depressed as a gamer?
You want to hear depressing? They actually stole that game.
Really?
That was actually, Candy Crush had actually already been developed by a little independent developer.
Yeah.
He was making it while his wife was in hospital with cancer or something along the lines of that. And basically then I think the company King, which owns Candy Crush, came along, just kind of
Bought him out or not?
no, just completely stole the idea, changed it. You should see the comparison of the two. They are exactly the same. They are exactly the same.
People
Rebranded it
stop.
and then now sold it, and then he's just like chased after him, but doesn't have enough money to chase him after him about this sort of thing. And then he's just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like I can't compete with that.
I think,
But like even
yeah,
when you finish a level and it goes like sweet, all that sort of stuff, his one did exactly the same, and theirs does it. And like you just need to see them side by side, and it's like, dude, he's like it's so
how do you
blatant
sleep at
rip
night?
off. Yeah. How do you sleep at night, sort of thing. So like that's awful. So I don't play any King games at all, and I tell everyone I know not to play any King games.
Good on you.
I would delete
Fucking-
it, but I'm up to level 22.
Well, on Candy
I'm
Crush.
kidding.
Oh,
Or am
my
I?
girlfriend Amy fucking loved that. She was like level 100 and something.
Damn.
She was like ape shit with that.
I think,
And
and
I
even then,
deleted
I think it was it a Forbes list or something, or like the top 400 or top 500, and the Rockstar guys came in at something quite near the later end of the scale. But these King guys, yeah, they were in the mid threes, I think, or low 300s. Had some coin, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that story told in that list?
Probably
'Cause
not.
it should be.
Nah, yeah. There was shitloads of articles on it, but it just kind of got like no coverage because really, who gives the flying fuck about an app game being stolen? It happens all the time. No one gives a shit. So
Well, the Flappy
Yeah,
Bird
no one
guy's
knows.
he's launching his new game soon.
good on him.
Yeah, it looks quite funky actually. It looks like a bit like an 8-bit version of Metroid, just from the one screenshot that I've seen, like a rocket pack kind of left to right scrolling shooter. Looks quite cool.
Cool.
Could get into that.
Oh, speaking of fun iPhone or just app games or whatever, Trials Frontier.
What?
It's now an app game.
Yeah, it works in conjunction with Trials Fusion, and it's like similar sort of thing. And I'm fucking hooked on it, even more than Trials Fusion.
Can
Because
we
it's not
play
as
it
fucking
offline?
annoying. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
No, I don't think so. Well, I only play it at home. I'm actually playing it right now.
What's it called? Trials. what?
Trials Frontier. I play it on the toilet like all the time. I don't give a fuck.
I'm looking up porn as we speak.
Guys, Jesus. It's probably why the
Yes.
internet connection is so pixelated between other people's screens, and mine's crystal clear.
Yeah, mine's is clear. Ben and Chris is
Yes.
are really slowish. Weird.
That's
I'm not
because
downloading anything.
I'm
Well,
actually
yeah.
stealing internet from Ben.
Sorry.
On your
Sitting
Samsung
outside
device.
in a van right now.
On your Samsung device.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Internet anywhere.
Have you seen? I mean, it's non-gaming, but how about that fucking shooting in California?
Oh yeah, that's fucked up. But
What?
That is spooky as hell.
The one where he stabbed the people as well.
Stabbed 3 guys and then went on a fucking shooting rampage.
And
Oh, I
one
didn't
thing
hear
that's
about that.
one thing that's great. I know it's a tragedy, but like one of the victims' fathers has actually fucking directly said like
He's a film
to
director.
the NRA, like, dude, this is your fucking fault. How many times does this has to keep on happening until you guys fucking stop waving fucking guns around, and when will the madness end? Like that's brilliant. I felt like really like I'm glad he's actually pointing the finger at them. They're the ones who've got the power. They can stop this, but I know they're not gonna. I mean, remember that's fucking crazy though. But I'm glad the father said that. Glad the father said that.
What, in light of
this-
these recent events, you mean, or
The
prior
father
to
of
it?
one of the people that got killed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he had a press conference and he said that he directly said like to the NRA people and who else is it? NRA and like I don't know, the right wing fellas.
Gun lobbyist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just basically them. And
Guns for
I was
girls.
just like really happy about that. Like that he's actually saying like to the people who have the power to fucking stop this. And yeah, he also said like, you know, if you don't think it's going to happen, it could be your son next, you know, like, and what are you going to say then? So, or your family member next or something like that. But it's absolutely heartbreaking. And I hate hearing about that stuff. No matter how much I like violence, at least the violence in video games I know isn't real.
You can
And I'm not going to get angry.
separate the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to grab a gun and start like walk around shooting people because, you know, McDonald's got my order wrong or something like that.
Oh, you haven't watched my
just-
driving vlog then? That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of the person who did it?
Elliot Roger,
Okay, have you seen
the video.
his little retribution video?
Yeah, that's some...
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck.
Have they taken it down?
Yeah, it keeps on popping up everywhere. I watched it yesterday. I didn't actually hear the story first, and everyone was posting up this video of this Elliot Rogers. I was just quiet then because I was just looking for it then because I wanted to see what the person's name was. And yeah, I was just watching it, and it's the kid in the car talking for about 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
But just like, it just was not all there. It was just really, really eerie and creepy, just the way he was talking. At first I thought it was a joke because, again, I hadn't heard the story. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, this is like really cringy. Like this.
What is he saying?
He's just talking about, he'd been given everything in life, had a mad car, heaps of money, anything he ever wanted,
Yeah.
but basically couldn't get a girlfriend.
22,
it was-
virgin.
Yeah. Couldn't handle it at that age, basically. It was everyone's fault but his. And he's
right.
just like, oh, you all don't know what you're missing out on. I just want to love you. You know, you don't understand me. I can give you like everything that you want.
Is
all
it
this sort of
directed to an
stuff.
actual person?
No, it's him,
Dashboard
everyone.
mounted camera. It's like
camera.
all of humanity, apparently. I mean, humanity itself and the fact that he'd said he was going to
Everyone's
go into
evil.
the... Yeah.
Except for him. And he's just like, all the girls that have rejected me, I can't wait to see the look on your faces when, you know, your retribution comes and all this sort of shit. And it's like,
Like
That's
predicting
fucking
everything he was going to do. Like he said,
Yeah.
I'm going to go into the hottest sorority house I can find. I'm going to find the girls that rejected me. I'm going to find every blonde, quote unquote, slut or whatever I think his turn of phrase was.
But he only, like, he didn't get that far, did he?
No, he stabbed 3 of his housemates. They found 3 bodies in his house
That's fucked
from
up.
his housemates, and then he went on a shooting spree. He had 3 handguns. He had about 400 rounds of unspent ammunition in his car, so he meant business.
Right.
From a fucking Target or something, right?
Walmart.
Yeah.
Target stopped selling ammo, didn't they?
Good on him, because, you know, Target and guns.
But a lot of the big chains have now stopped selling ammo. I think. I don't know.
Walmart.
Either way.
Best Buy.
Yes.
Go and get a handgun at Best Buy. And that's the thing. It's
It's
That
part of
buff
their
and beyond.
fucking culture. That's the thing. How do you pull out something from their culture? Imagine something that we grew up with. See, we're
Yeah.
sensitive to guns, okay? We don't grow up around it. What's something that okay, imagine them trying to
Meat
take away
pies.
imagine them trying to fucking take away meat pies from us or VB
Yeah.
or something like that. Okay, I know that's a stupid analogy, but it's along the lines of something like that. You have a right to have
a better
VB.
analogy though, in that, it was on the project last week, and it was right in line with, if you were to be asked a question, what kills more people around the world, what would you think it would be? Obviously, heart disease, gun crime, all that sort of stuff. Yep, that's all, top answers and stuff. But alcohol, in terms of a direct relationship between death and whatever, between death and guns and the different societies that we grow up in, and how it's more prevalent in one society versus another. Guns to the USA, alcohol for Australia. It's tantamount to taking away our right to drink alcohol, and it's kind of like that's kind of how you need to explain it to an Australian person in order to try and make that connection between, it's my, what is it, Second Amendment or something, right to bear arms. It's my God-given legal right from a document that was written X amount of years ago, that I'm allowed to have this handgun. I'm allowed to have, a collection of these handguns if I so choose. And granted, it's not the majority that you hear about, but the minority of the people doing these things more than makes up for it.
Yep. And I mean, that's what I was trying to explain, but Gavin said it much better than meat pies. But like that, we have a drinking culture. Like that is in our culture. Ron, you go out on the weekends, you drink. Imagine if you were then fucking told, no, Ron, you can go out, you can't drink.
I would probably kill myself.
Yeah, well, that's why everyone's pissed off about these 2 a.m. lockout laws as well.
Yeah.
Who are you to fucking say that I can't drink after 2 o'clock?
Oh, I know the places that are exempt.
Yeah, well, the Star City, for starters, which is a load
Oh,
of
no,
shit.
man.
Why are they exempt? Or,
Yeah,
No,
who
you
wants
head
to go
down-
to a casino.
you head down to Broadway Way or whatever. Anyway, so imagine them all patriotic and everything, the minorities then saying, no, you can't take this, you can't rip this part of our culture away from us. That's the same also with the whole, as awful as it sounds, the whole whaling in Japan. Someone explained it to me, how they always whaling and everything, and all that sort of stuff. Whale meat was a part of like Japanese culture back in the day when they didn't have enough food for everyone, and whales provide like a lot of meat. Back in this Australian history, we used to do whaling as well. Obviously, we don't anymore, but we used to do whaling too. Japan used to do whaling, and now all these other countries are then saying, no, you can't whale anymore. You can't eat these whales. And it's like, it's actually part of our culture. That's why we keep on doing it. Whale meat tastes like shit. If you've ever tasted it, it tastes like shit. But it's like, no, it's a part of our culture. That's why we keep on doing it. Who the fuck are you to say we're not allowed to continue on a legacy?
I think the caveat to that though is no, just the fact that it affects something other than humans.
Definitely. And the whole fact that they're like, no, it's for research and this sort of bullshit, where it's like, oh, okay, well, next time there's a big, international incident with a beached whale or whatever, we'll ask the Japanese how to solve the situation with all this research that they've been doing. I'm sure they've come up with something eventually with all the whales they've been killing. But I love
Dynamite.
No, we specialize in how to kill them. That's the research that we do.
Yeah, that's-
What's
that's-
the best
that's the
way to
research.
incapacitate a 700,000 kilo whale? Yeah, awesome.
But yeah, it's the whole point is culture, Culture is like a collection of your history combined and everything. It's your identity. How can you pull something out of that after you've had it for so long? And so, to take out guns or to restrict it, it's ridiculous.
It's always going to fall on
In
deaf ears.
their eyes. Yeah, exactly. How many more people, have to die before
How many
something so
people have
silly?
to die?
Yeah.
Well, like like I'm all for like Americans keeping their guns and that, like if it's part of their culture, but just maybe tighten up the laws or some shit like that and give them all fucking
Well-
background checks or I don't know, fucking
They're
just
supposed to do all that. That's the thing. They're supposed to do all
Yeah.
that. They have gun fairs. You rock up to it and you'll buy like a second-hand gun from someone for like $200.
Mm.
They don't do a gun check or anything like that.
Yeah.
You say, here's $200 cash. Here's my gun. That's it.
then you shoot him and take your fucking $200 back.
If this is Grand Theft Auto, that's exactly how you would do it.
Well, it's
But,
funny. It's funny you
it's-
say that though, because that's the one sort of. It's not even about the actual gun laws themselves. It's, well, I suppose in a way it is. It's the mental health checks that lie behind those gun checks. It's like, is this person legally allowed to have it, or is this person connected to a family member who isn't allowed to have it? I mean, that last one that we saw where it was the.
Sandy Hook.
Was it Sandy Hook? And the thing was under the mum's name? Or maybe it was
Oh,
the...
yeah, because the mum was like a nut job too, apparently, or something
yeah,
like that.
that's the one. Yeah. So, like, guns bought under her name, completely bypasses the system in terms of the son who is on a register of some sort. Nope, you can't have guns. Oh, but your mum can. That's fine. Yeah, this is fucking mental.
I'm actually just reading the transcript of
Well, you've been there a while. It's 141 pages.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. The video.
Oh, right. He wrote a manifesto. It's 141 pages.
Oh, did he write a manifesto as well?
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow.
It reads like something. I mean, he predicated everything with what he's doing in there. Like, I skipped ahead to like 121 because I watched the video, and the video kind of summarizes everything. But yeah, he had some serious issues, even to the point where he said, I need to buy a third handgun just in case the second one jams. And
Right.
because it figured into part of his plan of how he's going to commit suicide. This is always going to end badly for him.
Did he
Like,
shoot himself at the end?
he wanted to do a double gun and take him out that way. Take himself out with a double gun salute.
Should have fucking shot himself in the head first.
What did he? How did it end? Like, did the cops shoot him?
The car crashed because it was always drive-by. Like, apart from the 3 people he stabbed, everything that he did was pretty much from the seat of his BMW.
And were they all random people, or did they all actually know him?
I don't know. It was on campus, so I mean,
Yeah, I heard one of
fairly
them
targeted.
was he pulled up to the girl and who was with her boyfriend and then said something. She said she can't remember what he said to her, but like there was like recognition, and then he just pulled out his gun and then just like started shooting at him and shot like her boyfriend, I think, who hit him in the arm. But I think they both survived. But yeah,
Cool.
like I think he was rocking up to people he did know and recognize.
Wow, that's crazy.
Scary stuff. So let's lighten things up with the final topic of the night. And that was something that Chris and I were talking about last night, and how you can buy an entire Watchdog outfit. Head to toe. Well, apart from the jeans.
Is it a fedora on top?
Why would
No.
it be a fedora? That's the
That's a-
gayest hat ever created.
That's baseball
Watchdogs
cap.
at all
That's the
then.
joke.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, did you guys see
Tips fedora. Milady.
Tip of the hat to you, milady.
Wait, you know the very first review of Watch Dogs was done by Conan O'Brien for his Clueless Gamer
I saw
segment,
it.
and I
Yeah.
checked that out, and like he's paying out the jacket because like this is your character, and he spins the camera around, and it's like this is how people dress in the near future, and like it's just got one strap that holds the jacket together, and just like I've got a giant band-aid like holding my jacket together. Oh, that was pretty funny.
So he
When you-
started
I still
playing it
haven't
like
watched
GTA
it.
5 though. He's like very GTA 5 about it. It's like, I'm just going to roll around and throw grenades at service stations or something. Which is
He
what the
kinda
gameplay
did.
I saw.
Did you hear how much people pay to have their game on Conan's Clueless Gamer?
No, how much?
Tens of thousands. I think one was 55,000.
It's
Well,
pretty
fuck, that's
cheap
still pretty
in a
close.
way,
That's
seeing
good
as that ad will cost
advertising.
about 20
Yeah.
grand anyway.
And they are always
So-
funny.
Syndicated worldwide, 55 grand. That's a
Good.
drop in the ocean.
Good publicity or bad publicity, who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, and like since it was the very first one too, it's a great way to like get your
Oh,
attention.
yeah.
And was it he he swims over to a boat and is like, how do I get in the boat? You know, it's like, oh, just go up and press get in, and gets in. And there's this old lady sitting in the boat, and he's like asking her questions while he keeps on like walking into her. And he does that, and then just out of nowhere, he just fucking shoots her. No, wait! I didn't mean to shoot her. He's fucking funny though. But you got what, Chris? Are you thinking of getting the actual outfit?
No, I was telling Gavin that if I got the actual outfit for like a Halloween party or something, and you know how people say when you pick up somebody's phone and you write like a status on their Facebook page because they're always logged in on their phone, and people call it hacking. I was just gonna pick up everybody's phones. And
it's not hacking, it's fraping.
I'm hacking.
Fraping.
Aiden Pierce.
Fraping.
Yeah. Facebook raping. But then I took it one step further because, I mean, Chris has got a pre-order for is it the Vigilante edition?
Yeah.
You get the cap and the scarf.
And that mask thing you pull up.
Yeah. I got the dead sack, which means I don't get the clothing, but I get a figurine because, I mean, I'm a figurine guy. So I get that. But then I remember seeing it a few weeks back. It's like, want to complete the Aiden Pierce look? And there's a German brand, German company that basically has supplied the all this stuff to the to EB or whoever does these special editions. You can still get the cap, you can still get the scarf, but also the jacket, and I think also like a laptop sort of pouch bag which has got the logo on that as well. So
cool.
It kind of got me thinking, like, not only could you make a fairly low effort sort of cosplay, you could just rock up to cosplay and just rock up to Alana Pierce and go, just hand her your phone or something and do something completely creepy like that.
Wait, who's Alana Pierce?
Oh God, you know she is.
Somewhat.
But also, how good would it be for like parody videos where like you could just like walk down George Street or something and start pointing at traffic lights as if you're doing something?
I can see like the Mega 64 boys doing something with that.
Yeah.
So like they're just gonna get it and like jump around. I don't know. I know they're gonna annoy people. Those videos make me cringe sometimes because they're so good at like getting like up people's asses. But like I can't do that shit no more. But like, if somebody was paying me, I'd do it. But I'm gonna see what they do with it. They're gonna do something mad. I know.
Thing is though, like, I mean, I'm being in a graphical field. I reckon I could make some things that are sized to iPhone 5, and then do something and just make out that I'm pressing it, like some sort of random event, like go down Darling Harbour or something, and then just point it at the harbour bridge and make trains go or something, and just see the trains go across the harbour bridge. It's like, yeah, totally hacked that.
Rocket lift off now.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
or just stand at Darling Harbour at 8 o'clock just before the fireworks go off.
Yeah, it's like fireworks deploy. Yeah, totally hack those fireworks. Like, it's just, you could just do a whole series on it. I thought it'd be quite cool. Yeah.
But I probably wouldn't get the outfit. To be honest, all I want is the game. That's really what I'm looking forward to. All those like the pre-order packages and all that shit, the limited editions and all that crap. It's like they come with the game, right? Because that's what I'm here for. Like, as long as the game is in it, like I'm here and I will pay for it. But is the game there? Yeah. Okay. Good.
I think there's something like worldwide. Extra. There's something like 80 pre-order sets that you can. Like, this is worldwide. I think Australia have got like 4. If you go to America, there's like 10. All differing in what you get on the actual pre-order.
And for the mega one for Wolfenstein, it didn't include a copy of the game. So there was the pre-order for the game. Didn't actually come with the game.
Fucking
that is ridiculous.
Mental. All right, I think we should end it there. That's a good, solid couple of hours. Thanks, everyone, for watching. That was episode 24, the Jack Bauer episode. Yeah, that works. As
no
always,
one watches 24 anymore.
I was going to refer to that and just be like, yeah, I didn't watch the new one. I don't care. I watched the first season. I'm like, this is cool. I'm over it.
Or as Chris referred to as the slab episode, and we all just sat there watching Tumbleweed.
That was a cricket.
There's 24 cans in a case, and that's part of drinking culture.
24 hours in a day, 24 cans of beer in a slab. Coincidence?
It also does relate to 24 because Kiefer Sutherland has a lot of DUIs.
Keith the Sutherland
you
is
heard
a
it here
raging
first.
alcoholic.
Interesting. Beautiful. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to SkeelsyShoota. I would love to have you as part of my channel. And with that, I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Ron's off for another shit. Part 2. Beautiful. Poopery. Bye.